why on earth was I quoted over $2,000 for what should be a pretty normal gaming PC? Because I'm no computer expert, but I certainly looked at that price and thought, that's not making sense to me, princess. So like a rat, I started digging, and here's what's actually going on. It all starts a few years ago when my boyfriend bought this RAM for this cost. And compared to the current equivalent, the price difference is genuinely insane. So once discovering that price discrepancy, I obviously went down a rabbit hole. Because all I wanna do is game again. So what I found out is that TrendForce reported that RAM prices jumped 171.8% year on year because of AI demand. 170%. Year on year. But why? Well, right now, AI companies are buying such absurd amounts of physical memory for data centers that manufacturers are prioritizing AI servers over consumer products. So the knock-on effect is starting to show up in consumer builds in a really, really obvious way by pushing up the cost of what used to be one of the most boring, most predictable parts of building a PC. And you know what? It's not just in computers either. PS5s are now more expensive than when they originally came out. 6 years ago. The thing is, this isn't the first time that something like this has actually happened, which I don't know, is that surprising to anyone? Just a few years ago, during the height of the crypto surge that made GPUs almost entirely financially inaccessible, people were literally buying entire pre-built gaming PCs just to pull the GPUs out of them, because it was cheaper to do that than buying one separately, which is completely absurd. Anyway, what does one do in this scenario? Because I didn't really just want to leave you with a heap of bad news, and I'm not an expert, but these two are currently the ones that I'm trying to choose between. And truthfully, I feel like I have to make a decision soon, because aside from the prices that I guarantee you will probably continue to rise, I have to catch up and clock 400 hours on Baldur's Gate 3 at some point, right? I mean, I have to kind of, you know, stay true to the vibe I have going on here. I have the dice tattooed on my arms after all. The dice? Can I call it dice? Can we just start calling them dice, please? It sounds better as a plural anyway.